Welcome to Single Scene Analysis, where I'm not brave enough to review whole movies, so I choose singular scenes I have something to say about and make a video about it. Today we're talking about Ready Player One. Here's the background information that you need to understand this scene. A man named Halliday creates a virtual world called the Oasis, where Minecraft Let's Players can finally have constitutional rights. But in a shocking twist, it turns out literally everyone is a Minecraft Let's Player, and the Oasis becomes a huge part of society. Halliday ends up being oofed in the real world. But before he lost all of his diamonds, he created a contest. 3 keys hidden in the Oasis. First to find all 3 gets control of the Oasis and a gold Xbox controller. In 5 years, nobody finds a single key. That is, until our main character finds it. Now he's caught the attention of the bad guys of this film, Sipsco. And now is when the scene starts. Next time he puts on his headset, Steve is projected as a hologram into Sip's office.
Nowhere. Except the Oasis.
Look at here, Buster. We're an old company. There's a certain way of doing stuff around here. And this isn't a certain way of doing anything, you son of a bitch.
Sips has some stupid line like, "You're a hologram." And to test this, Steve goes to feel his arm, and his hand passes right through it. Now question, how did he do that? Yes, he's a hologram, but he's being controlled by a real person in a bodysuit. So to make that motion, his hand would have actually had to go through his arm. It honestly baffles me to think about how many hands this scene passed through, and not a single person picked up on this. They had to go out of their way to create this shot, and not a single person along the line went, "Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense." And even if he was Danny Phantom and could pass through his arm in the real world, why would it make a difference whether he's a hologram or in the game? When he's in the game, he's still CGI, so he would still be able to pass through his own arm. It genuinely baffles me why they included this scene in the movie. But don't worry, that's not the only thing I have to nitpick with this scene. The scene continues, and Sips ends up making an offer to Steve. He goes, "Come and work for me, my big bad guy company, and in return, I'll pay you $5 million a year, and you get a $55 million bonus if you win the contest." Alright? It's one of those deal with the devil kind of scenes that a lot of films have. And this fucking jackass says no. And I know what you're thinking. Of course he didn't take the deal. He's the good guy. He stands for what's right in the world. And let me stop you there. Think about the offer for just a second. He's not saying, win the competition, give me control of the Oasis, and I'll pay you $55 million. He's saying, come and work for me, and I'll give you a yearly salary of $5 million, okay? This asshole, his family is living in poverty. Why didn't he just take the deal and then not win the contest? He would be working for the bad guys, sure, but he would also be making enough money to bring his family out of poverty. It is entirely selfish that he declines this offer. Even if he did continue pursuing the contest while working for these bad guys, he could, in theory, just relay all of his information to the rebels. You know, he could get all the way to the very end and then not win it for them, so one of his people on the outside can win it. And there's one last thing I have to criticize about this scene, okay? While Steve is walking around Sips' office, he sees on his chair a little post-it note that has the boss's password written there. And the boss's password, he's the CEO of this company, and his password is Bossman69. At that point, they should have just gone all out and made it XX Bossman doing your mom 69 420 XX. Overall, I enjoyed the film, but goddamn, this scene was stupid. Final notes before I wrap up the video. Overall, the movie was very entertaining and pretty well done. I thought it was a pretty good idea on the creator's part, considering this is a gaming movie, to bring in such an avid gamer like Steven Spielberg to direct it. Alright, that's it, bye.